it seems that I have to go take my videos back to the library. I don't often buy videos, so I just rent them from the library. Free. Anyway, um, I was watching this movie. I was gonna do which bits that I like the best, but I don't think I'm gonna end up doing them because I have exceeded my loan amount. And so, but I might be able to do which scenes I like the best. I think generally you always like the end the best because that's when the movie finishes. But I don't know. I think there's little bits and pieces that I like to pick out, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. Um, anyway, I was watching this like a couple nights ago, and I was thinking by the end of watching it, I still like the movie. Um, I think it's a easy movie to watch. A lot of people don't like these movies because they're all about like, you know, controversial genres. But I essentially thought it was still a good movie to watch. I like to think of, in essence, of sitcom. Um, how they have a particular easygoing style to get engaged with. So it's not funny like a sitcom, but in some ways, with action sitcoms, it has a some sort of atmospheric that's radiating off the screen that's easy to watch, and it's probably because it's all filmed in the wildness, where things are green. Obviously, this has quite a few forest scenes where the trees are huge and a little bit of nature, some green, some scenes aren't green. They're like all about you know military bases and all this other jazz. The stone cold modern world. But I don't know. I still think it's quite watchable. Um, Even though generally you can make a lot of complaints about, you know. Let's take a look at the back. All right, so I'm not sure really what it says on the back. But I think generally this is supposed to be placed in futuristic America, and I'm still like, oh, it doesn't really seem like America to me. If I were watching the film, I could pinpoint little bits that sort of seem anti-American um, to me. So it's like it's not that convincing that it is America. It could have been any other place. America, it just seems awkward fit to be with America. But I get it. Lots of the actors have American accents, and that's probably where they get the idea that it's America from. But it doesn't seem like America really. Um, but who knows? I mean, you don't know. America does have green plateaus, but they don't seem like the same. Um, so America's got lots of hillsides, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like America to me. So when I watch it, it's like I don't link it to being directly in America. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know, the open plains or the mountainous regions of America. Nothing really resembles America to me, and so I'm like always like, oh, it doesn't really look like America, but still, I think the movie's okay. I sort of I usually try and compare it to Xena. I think I don't know why. I think Xena was a pretty action, sitcom which had lots of walking, bit of talking. It's I think Xena was more humorous. I think it was more slapstick, but um, I'm usually comparing it to Xena for some reason in my head, and I'm like, oh, I know, like so yeah. But like I said, when I finished watching it, yeah, I did like watching that movie. So it's like, you know, I like it as a movie. I don't like it as a pretense to a futuristic episode, of say, one a country annihilating America until it's like that. I don't think it's futuristic. And I think a lot of people would hope that it's not futuristic because, I mean, like I said, I mean, it doesn't really resemble America anyways. And that that clashes with politics because when you realize that Russia sort of, you know, yeah, it's got a lot of little angles where it looks kind of Russian. You think of as opposed to American, and it's like Russia does sort of threaten the world in little bits and pieces, but I don't know. Now you get the idea that no one thinks Russia's going to take over the world, but you know, um, yeah. So as a kind of movie to tell futuristic visions, I don't think anyone would I idealize this, as a futuristic vision. But for just, fiction and just the essence of a movie, I do find it sort of engaging and appealing and, you know, pretty good to look at, um, easy to follow, um, and stuff like that. And, even for teenage action, you can see that older teenagers would enjoy it too. So I don't know what's this rated. Yeah, they're for 15 years and older. So yeah, ideally it's not for a younger teenager, even though heaps of people probably watch them when they're a younger teenager, because even teenagers like me watched MA films when they were like 11. So but ideally it's not for a young teenager. What else can I say about this movie? I don't know. I just think it's watchable. I wouldn't watch it every day. I wouldn't watch it even every year necessarily. I could watch it every year though. But I wouldn't want to watch it constantly or frequently. But if you watch it infrequently, you can get that it's a watchable movie. That's all I got from it. Yeah.